Hi, You Can Heal family. Today I'm going to make a video and it's going to be talking about what are the 3 things that keep us from leaving a bad relationship. If this is your first time joining me, my name is Shena Major and I'm your life coach, and I'm happy that you're here today. Welcome. All right, let's get right into it. No need to waste time. The first reason you're having a hard time leaving the bad relationship is because you're holding on to hope. You're holding on to that hope that this time it's going to be different and that something is going to change and that the person is going to actually do what they say they're going to do. And when we do this, we're putting our power in someone else's hands, and we're allowing the person that we know is not good for us to dictate if the relationship moves forward or if the relationship ends, because we're expecting them to make changes even though they've proven to us that they're not capable of doing that. And that can be a really tough one because we put so much time and so much effort and so much energy into the person that we don't want all that to go to waste. We would much rather believe that it's going to get better. And this type of hope leaves us really feeling sick. There's a verse in the Bible, I believe in Proverbs, that says, hope deferred makes the heart sick, meaning that when you're hoping and waiting and holding on for so long, you're just setting yourself up for pain because nothing's changing. And you're saying, today's the day, tomorrow will be the day, things are going to get better. And they're just not getting better because in order for someone to change, they have to want to do that. And a lot of times we're the one wanting the person that we're in the relationship to make the changes, and they're just not there. And we've got to be able to sit back and accept that and move on and let go. All right, so when you're holding on to this false hope that they're going to change, this will keep you stuck. Okay, my phone's going to die. I'm sorry about that. I'll have to move along. Okay, second thing, let me get on track. The second thing that keeps us from not letting go of a bad relationship is never wanting to remember the bad things they've done or the bad things they've said or the bad things that have happened throughout the relationship. You're so busy focusing on the good times and the good laughs that you dismiss every other thing that has hurt you, every other word that was said, every other scenario that had happened, you know, anything that keeps you remembering the good. And this is so tricky because a lot of times there's not as many good times as all the negative stuff and the bad things that are happening and that are going on in the household or within the relationship. And you're just wanting to feel that feeling again. You want to feel like, oh, and everything was great, and this person was really into me and feeling like they were meeting my needs and we were getting along so well. But those moments don't last long. They're very short-lived. So you've got to remind yourself, you know, of what happened a week ago or 2 weeks ago or a month ago and how you were treated. And a good way to do this is to keep a record. First, you're going to have to go back and write down every bad thing that you remember that was said and done to you by the person that you're still in the relationship with. Or even if you've left the relationship but you have that pull to go back. Okay, when you write these things down and you keep them close by, and when you feel like you want to stay, you look at that paper and you say, oh, this is why I know this is not the best choice for me. And this is why I know it's time for me to get my exit plan together. And it's time for me to move on and move forward. And this is after, of course, you've done all that you can do to heal yourself, to create peace within yourself and in your heart, knowing that there's nothing else you can do for the relationship to be healed. And that's what we want, as people. We want to be with someone who loves us and we love them, and it's reciprocated and there's just mutual respect going on. But when you're in these situations where more bad things have happened than good, it makes it, it can make it easier if you're bringing those things to the forefront and you're remembering those things and you're looking at your paper, seeing every negative thing that has happened to you. And in my course, 7 Pillars to Discovering You, we have that exercise where we actually, I explain it deeper and how to live out this exercise so it has a really big impact on you. So go ahead and click the link in the description for that and look into that. And then you'll see that, you know, I really do need to make some changes. I really do need to remember myself. I really do need to look after myself and love who I am and love, most importantly, who God created. And God did not create you to be in pain. He did not create you to be sad always based on what someone else is doing to you. So just keep that in mind as you're on this healing journey. Now, the third thing that keeps us from leaving a bad relationship is, I can't read my writing. Oh, this is a good one, you guys. Believing the apologies, the I'm sorries, I'll never do that again, I'm going to change. And the reason why it makes it so difficult is because for a short time, the person will live up to that and they'll be on their very best behavior. They'll be doing all the things right and saying all the things you want to hear. And it's just to lull you back into sleep. It's just to get you back into that complacent state where you're like, oh, my relationship's not so bad. It's not so bad. But in reality, that apology most often is not sincere and it's not long lasting, and you fall for this. And when you do this so many times, a month will go by, 3 months, a year, 2 years, 5 years later, you're still with that same person with the same story and the same apology. So this one's very subtle and very tricky, and you have to remember that paper. Remember those things you wrote down that were done and said. And you know, as I'm speaking now, I'm just thinking about how you can even, you know, start to write down every time they apologize, every time they say, I'm sorry, I'll never do that again. And you'll begin to see the pattern, and then you'll begin to, you know, wake up and become aware of what situation you are actually living in, and recognizing that you want something better for yourself. Not dissing the other person or not saying you're better than the other person, but you're saying, I care enough about me to make a decision that's right for me so I can live a life of peace and happiness that I long for. And you'll get there. You really will. And you'll begin to start to have compassion on the other person without sacrificing yourself. And that's really huge, when you can learn to hope the best for someone and hope that a person does make those changes that they need to, but you're not counting on it in order for you to feel better. You're saying, I'm taking charge of who I am in my life and who I want to spend it with, and you're recognizing what you deserve and how you deserve and how you want to be treated. And also, remember, the way you treat yourself is how other people are going to treat you. So when you start to treat yourself better, to love on yourself, to care for yourself, you're not going to, oops, sorry, this is shaking. You're not going to let other people dictate your future. And you're not going to hold out. Remember that false hope, waiting and waiting and waiting, and days are going by. Take that time to believe in yourself. Believe that you are able to make the best decision for yourself, even though it's going to be painful, but it's worth it. And when you go back and listen to this video and you take a look at these 3 reasons why you don't leave a bad relationship, you're holding on a false hope, you're remembering all the good things and letting all those bad things just out the window. And also, you are, the third one is you're believing all the apologies. So go back and take an inventory of some of these things and see where these things are happening in your relationship or had happened in a relationship that you're feeling drawn to go back to, and realize that you deserve better. You know, you're an amazing person. You're a wonderful person. You're caring, you're sincere, you're honorable, you're trustworthy, you're valuable, you're important, and you matter. Okay, write that down and read what I just said back to yourself every day, and know that this is your time. This is your time to take a hold of what you really want. And you've got this. You can do this. I'm right here with you every step of the way. Go ahead and look at my website, shenamajor.com, and you can read a little bit about me and figure out how I can help you on your healing journey, and we can get through this thing together. So know that you can heal, and always remember that true healing begins with self-love, and we'll talk soon. Bye.